if you're a new mom and working out feels different now that you're a new mom, it doesn't feel the same, and you just are like, I don't got the motivation to work out, my body feels like mush, I got you. This is the video for you. I want you to know this though, you're not lazy. Your body is different and it's never gonna be the same. I wanna say that too because, well, let's get to know each other. But before we get to know each other, I'm gonna lose my thought. Your body, a lot of us as in the motherhood community is like, oh, I just want to get my body back to the way that it used to. Spoiler alert, your body has changed. You gave birth to a human. Your body is not going to go back to the way it used to be. If anything, and it will become stronger now. You birthed a whole human, right? So give yourself grace in that sense. Now that we gave ourselves some grace, we gonna get into shape, okay? And this is not a lose weight type of channel at all. This is a build yourself stronger channel. I want to show you how I rehabbed my body to be the strongest that I've ever been in life. So now that I kind of already gave you some stuff, who the heck am I? I am your favorite nurse yogi, Lesline. I am a registered nurse with 12 years of healthcare experience, and I'm also a certified yoga instructor with 5 years of teaching experience. Let me slow down. And so today we are going to discuss 3 ways that you can come back to your workout routine or start your workout routine, because maybe you never had any kind of workout routine prior to kids, and kids do something to y'all. It changes your brain chemistry and you're like, I need to be here for this kid, right? At least that's my motivation. So let's get into tip 1. I want you to regulate yourself before we even get to motivate, because that might be something too. You might be like, girl, I'm just not motivated anymore. But I'm around here, I don't hold your hand. I just tell it to you raw. Were you like, before you had kids, were you motivated to work out then? So, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't want you, and shout out to Sloan the Beast. We are not using motherhood to be a martyr, right? She always says, is motherhood not a martyr? Like something like that. I don't want to beef up her words, but as a mom, we are not going to be a martyr. We are not going to put the blame and be like, well, it's because of my kids that I can't work out. It's because of my kids I can't eat healthy. You are in control in that house. The motherhood, you as the matriarch, you are in control. This reminds me of a movie, and I'm really bad at movies, so for me to bring up a movie, y'all get to know me. Let me get some water. But it reminds me of My Big Fat Greek Wedding. I don't know if you guys have seen that. Anyways, but in the movie, the wife is like, the husband is the head, but the wife is the neck. Is it something like that, y'all? Let me drink this. What I'm getting at is this. You are in control of how, as if you're the neck of the body, right? In a marriage, you're controlling where your husband is looking, where your partner is, doing things, right? So I say all that to say, stop. Like, we're going to cut the shit. We're going to cut the shit and we're going to learn how to take care of ourselves before it's too late, or before you're sitting at that high school graduation, because that is how quickly time moves. You're going to blink and you're going to be like, damn. You're like, damn, what was I doing those 18 years that crusty back kid was in the house, right? Because anyways, all right. If this is your first time clicking on me and you're still here 4 minutes in, thank you. Make sure you're subscribed. But I am a mom myself. I have 2 little ones. Yes, little ones. I have a 6-year-old daughter who I've been saying up until recently that the girl's 5. She's 6. And then I have a son who is 7, about to be 8. My kids are 18 months apart. When my son was 9 months, I found out that I was pregnant with my daughter. So my son was 9 months, and we found out that I was pregnant with my daughter. Okay, so I was busy. Okay, so all right. So we are going to regulate before we motivate. You don't need more discipline. You need safety in your body, right? Postpartum, your nervous system is very sensitive. It's alert and it's stretched in more ways than one, right? So we want to start easy, and that's what I pride myself in. I have curated a whole 12-week health program specifically for you as a new mom to help you create a wellness routine from now. Because I truly, truly, truly believe this. When, not if, when you start taking care of yourself when your kid is young, right? Like as you're learning your new self and you're exercising and you're lifting and you're doing all of these things, your kid is seeing that, okay? And just a sidebar with me, part of the reason that I have that's the intrinsic motivation to always take care of myself every single day. I always am doing some type of wellness habit. We're going to get into the whole like all or nothing mentality, but it's because of this. My dad, he is very active. As long as I can remember, and I was talking about this in another video of now that I'm a mom, I always wonder these type of things. Like, what is my kid going to say? As long as I can remember, my mom always fill in the blank, right? I can always remember this with my dad when I was a kid. We were always outside. So you know how some kids, they would get like the motorized like G-Wagons or anything motorized to vroom vroom outside. My dad got us just the pedal go-kart. One thing, we were always going to stay active. Got any kind of toy pedal go-kart. I know how to ride my bike. I know how to swim. I know how to roller skate. Things that when I talk amongst friends, they're now learning as an adult. And I'm like, oh, that's not normal. My dad also rides a unicycle. He goes to unicycle like conference things. Yeah, that's a thing. When I tell you there's a community for everything, I ain't gonna put all my dad business out there, but he roller skates. We used to go to the roller skating rink every single Saturday. Like that was like his moment of joy. And now as an adult, I'm realizing how important it is with the monotony of just like always having to pay bills. And, life is just can be very monotonous if you don't take life by the freaking, and be like, no, I'm going to get my bit of joy at least once a week. And that was what my dad, at least once, like every Saturday we were in that skating rink, right? So I know how to skate. I know how to ice skate. I know how to swim. All of these things I know how to do, right? And so that's where the intrinsic factor of me knowing that I have to take care of myself, because at the same time, my dad was healthy. On the flip side, my mom was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes when I was like high school. And that was really scary, being in high school, having a younger sister, and my mom texting me and saying, hey, I had to go to the hospital. I should be back before you guys wake up. And me thinking doomsday, my mom's gonna, and thankfully, no. She just had chest pain. So she drove herself to the hospital. Turned out she is a type 2 diabetic. She is very active now, walks. If you live around where I live, you probably have seen her. That lady be walking, and we do not live in a walkable city, but she be walking. Like, she does not play because of that health scare. And yes, diabetes can be a symptom, because you'd be like, so she didn't have a heart attack, but she was diabetic, right? And so there's different factors, but what I'm getting at is it is so important. Because you see, I had two different sides as a child, right? I saw what it was like to take care of yourself, and I saw what it was like not to take care of yourself. I feel like it was a blessing, if I'm going to be honest. And so when that happened, and I'm going to give you the other two tips. We're still in Regulate Before You Motivate tip 1 on how to, I have a script slightly so I don't get off the mend, but I'm talking to you as new moms, how to build a workout routine, right? That outlasts the test of time. But I feel like it was a blessing to have have my two parents, because I was like, okay, so if you take care of yourself, this is what happens. If you don't take care of yourself, this is what happens. So after my mom got that health scare, we started eating super healthy. My parents were doing the salads with the beans before it was a thing. Like, they were putting kidney, like cold beans. This is another. So I've been with my husband, like he's my first, right? And so high school sweetheart, right? And I remember, because my parents also have been meal prepping with all the things that I now have put, like all the things I learned as a child and then also as a nurse and as a yoga teacher are in my 12-week health program. So if you're like, girl, I want to like get what you're doing and be on the winning team, check the links down below, sign up. But with meal prep, that was something my parents did. They didn't put them in the cute, things. They still have the same Tupperware. There was one. Let me stop. I love it. But so they would make these salads that had all, the quinoa. It would have the romaine, beans, all of these different types of things, onions, you name it. It was chock full. Like, it was a good salad. They would put the Italian seasoning dressing from Badia, and then they put the olive oil. Like, I'm telling you, that's how my parents eat ever since my mom had the health scare. And one day I was going to my boyfriend, who's now my husband's house, and I was like, I'm about to go. And it's also like this Caribbean thing too, but my dad specifically, he would always be like, bring something to eat, and so I remember, I'm laughing because it's just funny, but it's like, I'm not being a grifter with my health. I learned that term from my husband. I realized people just be out here fake with selling health programs. I'm not being fake at all. Like, when I tell you this, I'm about it. So I bring this salad, bring it in my car, drive to my boyfriend's house, and put it in his fridge. And I remember my mother-in-law now opens the fridge, like, whose salad is this? And it's mine. And I was like embarrassed. And it's so stupid because it's like, who's embarrassed? Like, why should I be embarrassed? Like, look at me. Anyways. So I just wanted to share that because I was just thinking about that. But going back to regulate before you motivate, we want to start easy, right? Especially as a new mom, you've already did your 6-week appointment, right? And the doctor has cleared you. So your doctor has cleared you. So we're going to ease back in. We ain't going to do no P90X. Y'all remember that? Or what's the other one? CrossFit. I actually kind of want to do. I'd be intense. Okay, I digress. But we're going to ease. You ain't going to be like me. You going to ease in so you don't injure yourself. So we're going to do things like breathing, slow movement, yoga. I have links of yoga videos you can do right now in your house. Short sessions. You want to do bite-sized types of workouts because this is something too. I don't want you to do a 45-minute HIIT, high intensity interval training session, because what's going to happen is this: if you are not somebody that is used to working out, you are going to wake up the next day and can't get out of the bed. And what your brain is going to do, because your brain keeps you safe. That's why we have our brains, right? Your brain's going to say, we're not working out. We ain't doing it ever again. It was painful. Abort. Like the thought tries to come through and your brain says, no, we're in pain. So that's why a part of my framework is, we're going to get into tip 2, actually. I'd be ahead of myself. So tip 2 is you're going to lower the standard. Okay? Intentionally. So tip 2 of how, as a new mom, you can build a wellness routine that sustains the test of time. If you're a new mom, again, that is struggling with creating or building this new body, there we go. You have to lower the standard, especially, am I talking to myself? Especially if you are a high achieving woman. If you are a high achieving woman, you just had that baby, maybe you were going through infertility issues, whatever it may be. I've had a miscarriage. So, and now you did it, right? You did it. Like, it's such a shame that you I did it. I accomplished the task of being pregnant, birthing a healthy child. And so you tackle other areas of your life in that same way that you tackled the getting pregnant, making sure you get the healthy pregnancy. This is how you tackle postpartum. And girl, postpartum, it's soft. It's easeful. Okay? So we want to stop aiming for pre-baby routines. We want 10 minutes. 10 minutes, it counts. I have a 10-minute yoga video that we recently did. I got you. So when I tell you I have everything for you, you don't have to go anywhere. No shade. I'm a nurse, okay? What I'm about to say. But your doctor, I know your doctor does this because I read about it all day in the people's charts. The doctor will tell you to coping skills is exercise. That's what doctors say. I be reading the charts all day. That's what they be writing in the charts. They say a coping skill is exercise, right? They be telling you, hey, you need to exercise. Hey, you're stressed? Try yoga. But then if you're stressed, you're not going to want to search for a yoga class, right? So that's part of the reason I'm always I have the resource below. Because I know what it's like to have to to fish through the internet. There's a lot of information on the internet which can cause you to feel bogged down. So you're like, I go to the doctor thinking the doctor is going to help me, but the whole time the doctor is like, go do this other thing, but you don't know who to trust. Okay, all right. So we're going to start with 10 minutes. You're going to do the 10-minute yoga video down below. Walking counts. Stretching while baby naps counts. Stretching with baby while maybe your baby is like baby, like less than 12 months, and they're doing tummy time. As baby's on the floor doing tummy time, you are doing a stretch. You open up those legs. You're going like side body stretch. We're doing side body stretch. That's like those type of things count. Again, we are lowering the standard. Then this is going to get into tip 3, okay? And remember, it's consistency is greater than intensity. Consistency is greater than intensity. That's for this video for me. I don't know if this is for me, because it's the little things that you do. Like I said earlier, every single day I do a wellness habit. If that be, for example, this week I am on my period, and Monday I was trying to do Team Too Much, and I did a 30-minute Peloton ride, and it was really hard. And I was like, why is this so hard for me? I be so hard on myself, and I'm pretty sure you can relate. And then I was like, oh shit, my period's coming. Every month I act brand new. Every month I act like I act like I'm 13 every single month. Like it's my first day with a period, right? So I'm like I wasn't even 5 minutes in the ride, guys. And I was like, I am really tired, right? It was also like 6 a.m. in the morning. But what I'm getting at, I was like, okay, I'm going to finish this workout. I'm going to do the best that I can, right? I'm not going to quit. I'm in it. I'm literally clipped in. I'm literally locked into the damn bike, okay? So I was like, I'm going to do this. But the rest of the week, I'm not going to do anything. I think that's what I said, okay? But then I was like, no, I have to at least walk, because, and I actually made a whole video about this too, like the different types of exercise you need to do during your cycle. And your cycle is actually like, we're always in our cycle. The bleeding is just one aspect of your cycle. Okay. So I was like, okay, based on what I've taught y'all, I was like, let me just do a walk for the next few days. So that's what I've been doing. And it actually alleviates the cramping. Okay. So tip 3, this is the main thing that I was getting excited to tell y'all about, and we will close out with this. We want to remove the all or nothing thinking. So I want you to get out of this. I am everything I'm talking about, I am you. We are the same, okay? It's just I am like, one thing's going to get done. If that be that I eat a bowl of blueberries and I didn't move my body today, fine, right? But one health thing a day, that's what we're gonna do. But we're gonna missing a day is not failure, okay? If anything, you're like, I missed a day, so that means you have awareness, right? If it's been weeks and you're like, and you just that's now a purposeful choice, like you just don't want to do it. But if it's a day, you're gonna be like, okay, I missed a day. And if it is 11:50 at night, I want you to pull up my yoga video and you're gonna stretch, okay? You're building a relationship with your body again. That's what I need you to remember too. So maybe you missed a day because your body, you're just like, oh my God, I'm so tired. You're a new mom now. Your body is different. And especially if you're in that first year, the 4th trimester postpartum, the hormonal imbalance. It is like things are trying to get back to copacetic, right? And it takes a while for that to happen. So you have to be very kind, not nice. You have to be kind to yourself. And being kind means having a level of compassion, but also when people say grace lately, I feel like grace is like an excuse, and we whipping you into shape around here, okay? All right. So I want you to think to yourself, like I said, if it's 11:50 at night and you're like, oh shit, I missed a day. I was on my 7-day yoga challenge, my 30-day yoga challenge with Leslie. When I tell you I have everything for you guys when it comes to your health and wellness, you're like, oh my God, I did 7 days in a row, or maybe you're like, I did 3 days in a row and this is day 4 and I missed it. But you're in it still. It's 11:50 at night. You're like, I'm so tired. You gonna do that yoga video because you know why? The yoga video, my 30-day yoga challenge is literally 5 minutes or less on purpose for this reason, because I know what it's like to be a new mom and you are tired, but you still need to do something. So you have to ask yourself, what is accessible for me today? And the answer is going to be, oh, Leslie's virtual yoga studio. Bam, bam, boom, boom. All right, so those are the 3 tips. So again, tip 1 is regulate before you motivate. So you need to just, it's not about needing more discipline. You need safety in your body, right? So you need to regulate yourself, relax yourself, calm yourself. And what I would say is this: you have to notice too, planning has to, like, if you do notice, well, I don't want to get into that. That'll be a separate video, like how to plan your workouts for your day, because that will make you more successful if you put on the calendar the same way you put your baby's appointments. And those babies have so many appointments in the beginning, don't they? Every week, because they change so rapidly in the beginning. You got to be in people's doctor's office. So that same way, you're like Johnny's appointment, 10 a.m. You need to put Leslie's workout session, 10 to 10:15 a.m. A little bonus tip: if you are partnered, whoever it is, husband, wife, whomever it is that is with you, that is, because it is a partnership, you have a shared calendar. And if you don't, you have a shared calendar. You make one today, okay? You make a shared calendar on your phones, and you put that same way. You say, oh, well, you didn't see the calendar that Johnny had the appointment. That's the same way I want you to be with your partner. Like, oh, you didn't see the calendar that I got to do my workout. It's that same seriousness. I am the same with my husband. I'm like, I have to do my workout. Recently, my kids now, they see that, we're working out and stuff like that. And my kids are like, Mommy, wait. They like they're very, I think it's what they've been watching. It's like everything's a competition. They're like, they're like, wake me up at 6 a.m. Wake me up at 5:30 a.m. I'm going to work out with you. And I said to them, I was like, I first was like, yeah. And then I was like, actually, guys, my workout time is a sacred time for me. Like, when I tell you all, it's my alone time. That's what we call it here. When we say alone time, my husband has his alone time. I have my alone time. That's something else as new parents. You need to have alone time. If that even be you. Okay, we are going on. Let me know if you want more details about that. But back to this, we have the 3 tips: regulate before you motivate, lower the standard, and remove all or nothing thinking. If you need structure, you need more support, accountability. Oh Lord, what am I doing with my camera? I have my 12-week health program that was made just for you. Like, I'm not even bluffing, y'all. 12 weeks, 3 months, just me and you. Or there's different price tiers, but this is the answer. Like, I know, and I already know how it goes because I live on YouTube. I love it over here, if I'm being honest with you. It's my favorite social media platform. You be watching all these things, trying to like convince yourself, just one more video. This is your final stop. I am your girl. I got you. So I see you same time, same place tomorrow. Bye for now.